Sorry, we're closed.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to episode 17 of Sorry We're Closed. Closing in on 20 episodes here. And I haven't figured out what I'm going to title this episode yet as I sit here and record it, but let's talk indoor dining. Oh God. It is as frustrating of a process as it gets. So I managed the entire weekend here at Green Rock. I really wanted to get a vibe on indoor dining. So for those of you who are not familiar with the area, Hoboken is quiet in the summer, and then it gets really busy come fall. Like the weekend after Labor Day weekend's notoriously known as like Welcome Back to Hoboken. It's a crazy week. Like you usually have like the fire marshals out checking capacities. Like it's insane in Hoboken and at Green Rock. Now next weekend we also have the parking lot we're doing where we're having a bunch of tables out there, socially distanced, like the whole bit, wearing the masks. So this weekend they gave us indoor dining, which was great because it gave us an opportunity to kind of get our feet wet here and see how this whole thing's going to shake out, what we need to do, what we need to change, what works, what doesn't work. And we did that. We got that done. We got a lot, covered, but it was an absolute nightmare. Like, got to the point at one point where I was considering not even doing indoor dining anymore. Because, and here's the reason I did not anticipate, customers did not care in any capacity about rules. Absolutely did not care. It was unbelievable. My bouncers would yell at people. My waitress staff, my bartenders, they would yell at people. It got to the point where I was yelling at people because there was absolute disrespect. I've never seen so much disrespect towards my staff in my life. I had a bouncer who was typically a very calm guy. I had a bouncer scream at one point at the top of his lungs to cut the music. This is how frustrated he was. It was terrible. So technically by the letter of the law, you are not allowed to stand and dance. It's not allowed under the new executive order from Governor Murphy here in New Jersey. So even if you're just by your table, so obviously it's tough for me to no one wants to do that, and you get to a certain level of having a few drinks, and you want to dance, the girls want to dance, like I get that. And really, if you're by your table, I think it should be allowed. Honestly, I think that's fine. Like you're still at your table, you're part of your group, but it just for whatever reason they don't want it to happen. So they put another rule in there: if you're consuming a beverage or eating, you must be sitting as well. And you're only allowed to come in to do those things anyway. We wouldn't let you in just as dance. So now, like, if you're standing and dancing, which is, let's say they let that go, when you sip your beer, you got to sit down, sip your beer, sit back up, and stand back up. Completely unrealistic rules. It's just unrealistic. And so that first night, Friday night, no one cared. I had one idiot come up to me and tell me, no, don't worry, we're going to spend a lot of money here. And then told me, he's like, oh, well, yeah, dude, we got you. We're going to spend, the tab's going to be $200-$300. $200 or $300. Let me tell you where $200 or $300 goes. It does nothing for me. My rent is $15,000 a month. Insurance is through the freaking roof. It's like $4,000 or $5,000 a month. I got a liquor license that costs, it's like $650,000 in the state of New Jersey. $300 buys me lunch tomorrow. It doesn't do. You are not worth the risk of getting shut down for $300. You know how much money you have to come into Green Rock and spend for me to be like, okay, this is worth it. You pretty much got to drop like $500,000. And even then, like long term, to lose maybe some relationships in City Hall, to have that issue, to have like, I was talking to, a few of my bouncers before the night last night, trying to update them in what we wanted to do. And we were talking about it. I was like, if one fell swoop happens where Governor Murphy decides, because of Green Rock, we're shutting down indoor dining. I have a lot of bar owner friends in the state. Let's say they just do it in Hoboken. Let's say screw the state, they just do it in Hoboken. I got a bunch of guys that are trying to pay rent and all that stuff, and now they're going to get shut down because I had my customers not following the rules. Like, the absolute delusional people that I'm getting at Green Rock right now, it's unbelievable. It really is unbelievable. Like, if you know me at all, me managing is typically me drinking Jameson, having a few JMO shots with some customers, having a good time, listening to good music, doing a little dancing. I never get mad at anything. And this past weekend, I had to scream at people, threaten to throw people out of the bar. I at one point almost thought about just closing Green Rock in the middle of the night. In the middle of a Friday night, we had, I think we had 54 people in at the time. We're allowed 60. 54 people in there. I was very, very close to turning the lights up, cutting the music, and kicking everyone out. And the best part about it, to show just how delusional everyone is, they would be confused as to why I'm doing it. They don't care about Green Rock. They don't care that we have all these rules to follow. They don't care about our fines that, I'm hearing rumors of fines from bars down the shore of $20,000, $25,000. They don't care about that. They just want to get drunk, dance at their tables, and all this stuff. They don't care about anything. And I get it. Listen, I do get the fact that you've been cooped up inside for a long time. You're finally able to go dance. Green Rock's one of your favorite places to go dance and have fun. You're with me. Like, if you know me, you probably know that I'm going to have fun with you. Like, I get all of those things. But we're not there. I don't have those rules. First of all, and also don't have any authority over the rules. If the fire marshal comes in and sees us at 61 people when we're allowed 60, there's a chance, with how strict they're being, there's a chance they make we clear the bar. And I might get a huge fine. Usually in the city of Hoboken, if you go over capacity, it's a $2,500 fine every time you're caught. Those might be different fines now. I don't know. I haven't been fined. I haven't been briefed on the new policies. But who knows? In a pandemic, in a COVID time, if I go over, I don't know what the fines could be. And now I don't own 100% of Green Rock. I have partners. Now I got to go talk to the partners and tell them how crazy, sorry guys, but we're paying $25,000 to the city now because, I couldn't control the crowd. And also keep this in mind. You're talking about $5,000 or $6,000 nights for Green Rock. That's how much we're bringing into the bar. So it's not like we're coming in and we're doing 50, 60 grand in a night. We're doing crazy numbers. We're doing 5. I think last night was 5. The other night was last night was like 4,200. The night was 5, the night before that was 5,000. We're not doing crazy numbers right now. So it is not. I repeat, it is not worth the risk. It is strictly, we sold tables inside for week 1 on football, which I'm nervous about. I'm very nervous to see what happens come football with music and people drinking. I'm nervous. I'm not sure. Originally, I was really nervous about. So we bought these TVs. These outdoor TVs, if you guys didn't know, cost like $3,000 a pop. So, that's too much. I can't buy 15 outdoor TVs. So we had to go these other TVs, which are not outdoor TVs, but I've heard some good reviews from people that you're able to see them pretty well as long as you can provide shade, which we can. We can provide shade. We got a lot of tents, so we can provide shade. But and we're being lenient, to be quite honest. Like, we're being lenient. I told my bouncers, listen, you're never going to win by telling them to sit down every single time. If our DJ plays, great song, like Calling by Alesso is like a big song at Green Rock, or is it Calling by Cascade? I don't know. It's one of those guys, but it's a big song at Green Rock. When they play that, I understand you want to get up and dance, have a little fun, throw napkins. I get that. And I've told my bouncers to allow that to happen. And then I've also told my DJ to bring it down a notch after playing one of those big time songs so people kind of calm down and sit back down. But we're being lenient as we can. But there's only so much we can do, and there's only so much that's worth it to us. And if you're a customer that comes to Green Rock and you're listening to this, think about that. Think about the numbers I'm throwing at you right now, and as a business owner, how little sense it makes for me to care that you're going to spend $200 on a Friday night, or how little I care about your girls that you came with wanting to dance. It means nothing to me. I want my customers to have a good time. I want them to be able to do what they want. But under the current circumstances, you coming to Green Rock and dancing is a 10 times more liability problem for me than pretty much anything else, which is crazy. I understand that. But it's the world we live in right now. We're at the point now where, like, I'm not even worried about the cops. If the cops showed up, they just shut us down probably for the evening. Maybe give me a fine. I can handle that, even though if it's one of those $20,000 fines, I can't handle that. But we can handle that. I can't handle a social media video getting to Governor Murphy and him being pissed about us. He's calling everyone knuckleheads that disobeys his rules. I can't have Green Rock be added to the list of knuckleheads. I can't. And I refuse to allow these people to come in and pretend like... I yelled at a few regulars the other night, and I felt bad. I ended up taking a shot at them afterwards because they're kind of collateral damage. They weren't really following the rules, but they were doing good enough where it wasn't really an issue. They were social distancing themselves. They were hanging out by themselves. They were kind of in a spot where they really shouldn't have been. And so I was screaming at one of these people, like, they just did not care. And I turned, and they just kind of get collateral damage, and I screamed at them. Felt bad, whatever. But people have to realize what bar owners are going through right now, and how we're finally getting some numbers again. We're finally making a little money after a summer of making zero, only losing money. Like, losing thousands of dollars a month. And not even talking about the money we would have made in the summer. So, I'm not counting that as lost money. I'm saying that on the balance sheet and the profit loss statement of Green Rock, we're losing thousands of dollars a month this whole summer. And now we're finally getting people in, and you want me to look the other way about certain rules that Governor Murphy has issued. You're insane. You're absolutely insane to think that we would look the other way on that. And to give my staff attitude, to not listen to what they're saying. Again, you're out of your minds to think that I would ever allow that. And I'm going to back my staff. Like, I get mad at my staff when they do things, like when they get around this type of stuff and they yell at people. But you're out of your mind to think that I would allow this. I can only hope that next weekend goes better. I'm not confident in it in any capacity, but I can only hope that next weekend goes better. But we will see. If you come to Green Rock, help me out, listen to me. You get up and dance on great songs, but sit back down, listen to the staff, listen to the bartenders, listen to the servers. Everyone wants you to have a good time. But make sure that we're being smart about it. We're following the rules. And this can go on for a long time. We get up to 50% capacity, 100% capacity. We're having a good time. Everyone's back to normal. We don't have to worry about this stuff anymore. But help me get there so that we don't get added to the list of knuckleheads that are not following the rules, and so people actually stay safe. Not just about not getting in trouble, but people actually stay safe and don't get this virus, and we continue to control the spread so that we can get back to a normal way of living. So I appreciate you guys listening to my TED Talk, my rant. It was as frustrating as it gets this week, and I've never yelled this much in my life. And again, if you know me at all personally, you know I don't yell at any. I can't remember the last time I yelled like that in my life. So pray for me, and I have Sunday and Monday off. Thank God. I'm gonna have a nice drink. I got a family party for Chelsea tonight, which will be nice to kind of sit down and have a drink. Probably vent to her dad. So I'm looking forward to these 2 days off, and then I got a little family barbecue for myself on Monday. So I hope you guys all have a great Labor Day, and a safe one. Make sure you're doing whatever you need to do to make sure you keep you and your family safe. And again, enjoy your Labor Day. And until next time, guys, I'll see you at the bar.